everyone, just some breaking Oakland political news, which really does impact, among other things, the A's search for a ballpark home, ideally for Oakland Athletics president Dave Cavall and Oakland A's fans at Laney College, but also in other areas, for example, Victory Court, which lay within Oakland City Council District 2. This is the news. After running unopposed in his search for a re-election bid, Oakland City Council District 2 Representative Abel Guillen has a challenger, and her name is Nikki Bas, or Nikki Fortunato Bas. If Miss Bas successfully defeats Abel Guillen and any other challenger, that will emerge, she'll become Oakland's first Filipina elected official in history. But I digress. Who's Nikki Bas? Well, Nikki Bas has been around for quite some time, actually. Currently, and for the past 3 years, she's been head of the partnership, the local chapter of the Partnership for Working Families. Prior to that, and for 7 years, she headed the East Bay Alliance for a Sustainable Economy. And what that means is Nikki has a number of ties to the Oakland business community that she can bring to bear on this candidacy. Something else, too, and by the way, this is live, so thank you very much for the tweet, Barry Lee, very much. Yeah, but something else, too. Nikki Bas is a constant, even on her LinkedIn page, proponent of not just affordable housing, but a sustainable existence for working families. So the question you may ask is, well, is she different from the incumbent? Well, aside from the obvious differences, okay. In terms of values, practically no. For example, let's take the Oakland strike. You could say, well, Ms. Bass was out, standing up for City of Oakland workers, right? But then so was Councilmember Guillen. You could say that Ms. Bass is for affordable housing. Well, so is Councilmember Guillen. The strategy that Ms. Bass has going into this is simply to hang Oakland's problems on the incumbent. That's Mr. Guillen. And then say, well, he hasn't done X, Y, or Z. I'm not going to fill in those blanks because I don't want to come off as being for her. And I think it's Abel. I want them to tell their own stories. Okay, and I think that's only right and it's only fair, because the turn of the market in Oakland is such that it has caused the city to change, in some cases, extremely dramatically in just 3 short years. Now, I've made comments about what the government should do, but I'll leave that out of this. The news right now here is that Nikki Bas is running. Not only that, according to her Facebook page, she's raised over $30,000 through the help of 200 people since November 17th, when she had her campaign kickoff. Now, you say, how did I become aware of her? I constantly check the City of Oakland's election files to see who's officially been approved. What this means is that Ms. Bass got the requisite number of signatures to file to run for office. A. B, those signatures were approved. And C, she was listed. Now, why is that a big deal? Because the last time this happened, with respect to Oakland City Council District 3, at one point, there were 7 people that were going to run for office. But their signatures were checked, and they didn't, if you excuse the pun, check out. So we went from 7 challengers listed on the website to just 2. That's right. So it went down from 7 to the incumbent, Lynette Gibson McElhaney, versus the challenger, the only challenger, Noni Sessions. And as you can tell by the result, it was Ms. Gibson McElhaney that won re-election as the District 3 representative to the Oakland City Council and Oakland City Council president. So Um, that's why news like this is very important. There's no indication that Ms. Bass is being yanked from the rolls for any incomplete filing of signatures or anything like that. She has right now. She has her FPPC 401 in, her 410 filing, and her 510 filing announcing her banking procedures, who she's going to bank with, and her City of Oakland 301, which basically says, "Hey, look, I accept the campaign fundraising limits." Okay. Her website is nikkiForoakland.com. Now, if you're keeping score and you're saying, "Hey, this is really early. Is this too early?" Well, not really. Um, but if you're gauging, you want to gauge in terms of what's happening. She's the only person, Ms. Bass, of anybody to file and be recognized by the city of Oakland as running for an elected office anywhere. Okay, anywhere. All right, anywhere. So that's what's happening now. I'm going to get an interview with her. I say I'm going to. I should amend that. I'm going to try to get an interview with her just after the holiday, and or maybe if I can swing it next week, and we can talk not just about her intentions, but also focus on her thoughts about the A's, because there isn't anything that I've seen that's popped up regarding how she feels about the A's quest for a ballpark, either at Laney or anywhere in the city of Oakland, and let alone how it should be done. So that'll be quite fascinating once we have that conversation. But that's the news right now. An emergency, mainly important because it used to be that the media would really plot out or pop out, excuse me, plot out, pop out this news about who was running for what. But now it seems to be only me that cares. And that's either a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't figured out which. For me, it's great. I love this stuff. Okay, um, because someone like, for example, just adjustment, Ignacio de la Fuente, who's on the Oakland City Council, excuse me, the Oakland Coliseum Joint Powers Authority, would say, "Oh, I'm running for mayor," but he hasn't filed, right? Okay, he hasn't filed. "Oh, I'm running for mayor," um, and his name doesn't pop up. Or someone else might say, "I'm definitely running." Like when I said with respect to the mayor's office, I'm thinking about it, I'm giving serious consideration for it. But I never stated it as an absolute, like, yes, this is it, because there are a number of circumstances, and I've laid out what those were. The bottom line is, of all the talk, of the publications that have said, "Oh yeah, Ignacio's going to run," and he's not put his hat in the ring yet at all. He hasn't put it in at all. When I say put your hat in the ring, this is what I mean. You got the signatures, you got the documents, and the City of Oakland website says you're running under the election section. When it says you're in for the particular year that you're running, the date, in this case 11/6/2018, and you're listed as a candidate, then it's on. Okay? Then it's serious. All right? That's when it's serious. So I want everybody out there who's a sports fan to pay attention to politics. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Money and politics today are the mother's milk of big sports. If you want any other example, I point to you the attention that was paid to the outcome of the GOP tax plan. Remember that? It only happened a few weeks ago, well, a few days ago. Okay? My God, what's going to happen? I don't need to say anything more. Pay attention to who's running for what, because the one big problem among sports fans is they don't have a political action committee. Neither do athletes. So, and then you find out that some sports fans are just flaming racists, right? We need to change the tide of that and be more politically aware as a group. If you're a sports fan, you should know, like, for example, go Warriors, sometimes go Warriors and it's go Rams. I'm just teasing, go Rams. But you know who your council member is. You know who your mayor is. You know what the upcoming election looks like. Yet you're on top of all that, but I say proudly, you're 17. You're the model. Okay? Know who's running for what. So I'm saying this not just because it's news in terms of the Oakland political system, but it's also news with respect to the sports situation in Oakland. She may have the plan that saves the A's, or not. We don't know. She may have the plan that helps bring more affordable housing to Oakland. The mayor has her 17K plan. What's that? We'll find out soon. I'll let you know. My point is, right now, right this minute, this is Nikki's day. Nikki's running for mayor. Excuse me. Sorry, Nikki, I got ahead of myself. Nikki's running for Oakland City Council District 2. She's going to focus on that. Her website's at nikkiforoakland.com. And she is the first person to run for any open Oakland City Council seat for the 2018 election right now, to date, as of this date, December 23rd, 2017. I say happy holidays and Merry Christmas. All right, now, getting back to your current viewers right here. First of all, thanks for tuning in right now. Hope you've got your Christmas shopping done and packed and everything. And yeah, the Vikings Packers game was an easy call, okay? But I'll get back to that at another time. I don't, out of respect for Ms. Bass and her message that she's running, and my desire to put out that message right now, okay? So, but spread the word, retweet this, put this on Facebook, please. Put it out there. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you all for your support. And I'll be back later. God bless you. All right, see ya.